Weapon blueprints. Looks like this Susabark might come in handy. Suppose I'll lend a hand.
Astarion, you're starting to crisp up. Get out of the sun!
Don't stop now. Not just as things are getting interesting.
I never thought I'd become a fungal errand girl, yet here I am.
Perhaps we truly have a secret protector. Or we're walking into a trap.
Only that you're overthinking a simple deduction I made.
A dark Justicia fell here. I'm certain of it.
The ring changed colour. I wonder why.
Tiefling veterans, put your experience to work! This place is far too reminiscent of Ethel's swamp hole for my liking.
First druid, and now last druid, thanks to me. I saw you with Gale. You two looked cozy.
Always good when I'm with you. Even in perilous lands such as these. Quatico face, timme!
Spare me the bluster and threats. If I have something to tell you, I'll tell you.
I know that corpse. Arabella's father.
You know who I am. You saw inside my head. Shadowheart. We were on the ship together. Only a glancing blow. Clearly you Gith aren't quite the killers you believe yourselves to be.
Doesn't sound very promising.
Odd. Someone's cut a notch in the tree there.
But no more secrets. Understand? Do vampires actually drink blood out of goblets like in the storybooks? Doesn't seem very fresh.
Very little. Supposedly, those monsters breed by planting their tadpoles in people's heads.
You're lucky I'm helping.
Mizora certainly plays for keeps, anyway.
That's it. A few pious words and the magic's dispelled. Fair point. Survival is the crux of it for now.
Need to keep these things at bay until Housen's back.
That's quite an egg.
Schio didici pecto! This leads to Menzoberranzan. The Drow City must be quite a sight.
Best not keep me waiting. I'd prefer not to entertain myself.
What have you done? Her fate was mine to decide! De absolvo!
I won't leave you behind.
I wonder what that did.
Humans, goblins, and many more. It's given them a common purpose. And they're building an army in its name.
I suppose we'd go our separate ways. Not a slight on your company, of course.
The shadows are hungry here. Doesn't seem to affect me, though. I can't feel the tadpole. They must have all died with the brain. That means I can't turn into a mind flayer.
Mine needs greater anyway.
You're sweet.
This is just rubbish. You and I... Our time together has been very dear to me. I had hoped maybe there might be more to come.
Broken. So much for protection from the shadow curse.
We need to get that spear. Supposedly it's in the library we saw before. 'Tis your idiot mother beclothe you?
Perhaps you're right. Perhaps the devil has our best interests at heart and wants nothing in return. Yet we came through for them. We saved their lives. Odd.
As you wish. I can't recall the last time I shared so much with someone. Maybe I never did before. It meant a lot to me. You mean a lot to me. Most would be unwise to linger in these shadows.
A trap. Better give it a wide berth.
Oddly brazen for a rat. We should just move along.
The flower motif over on the flophouse, it's the same as on that key. Might be worth a look. Sounds like jealousy to me. I couldn't risk your wild side getting too excited at the scent of blood.
Brace yourself! Why smell thou of placenta musk?
Corpses as a statement. Someone enjoys their bloody work.
Wast your father a flounder?
Get out of this place as soon as your strength allows. There's a camp. You'll be safe there.
Arrgh!
I think I wrote this. It speaks of a mirror that steals memories. Is that how they did this to me?
The Dark Lady rewards me. Damn thing won't budge. Hasn't been used in some time.
Carrion's demise won't be permanent, not unless all ties to this plane are severed. I'm not affected. Curious. They didn't deserve this.
I saw you with Will. You two looked cozy.
Now that we have some semblance of an understanding, did you want anything else? There is a holy weapon hidden away. The Spear of Night. I have to claim it. Then use it to make a sacrifice in Lady Shah's inner sanctum. If I succeed, I'll become a Dark Justicia.
Hold tight, I'm coming.
It's about time Halsin actually stepped up and joined us properly. He's certainly been taking up space at camp for long enough.
More!
Huh. You seem a little lost in your thoughts. I can leave you to them unless there's something else.
Whatever Lady Shah bids me to. I must not fail her now. Not when I'm so close.
Not so curious. I've heard what Gith are like. Still, you did free me.
If I were to guess, the things they put in our eyes. What's this? Oh, just a bone. That's putting it mildly. You seem a little grasping, needy even. Like you're used to following, and now you want to look to me for answers. You're not going to let this go, are you?
And all that is broken.
What? You? You're one of them. The ones who were attacking the ship. Nothing worthwhile should be rushed anyway.
The curse is feeding on me. Shah's withdrawn her protection.
Intelligente pauca!
Eye-catching insignia. Not sure what it means, though.
Don't be ridiculous, I never knew my parents. Whoever these poor wretches were, they're strangers to me.
Githyanki bones. Perhaps a fallen member of the original raiding party.
A trap. My estimation started at a low point as far as you're concerned, Gith. What's that thing doing with the dead? Feeding? Resisto mortem!
Hold on.
How kind of you to remind me. But I don't think so. You've a tadpole too and seem stronger than ever. Shadowheart, still. I can't run away from who I was all this time. Besides, there's something fitting to it. Can't cast a shadow without some light. These powers must have a price. They come from invasive parasites that will turn us into mind flayers. Resurges! Keep going! Get to the transponder! Makeske.
I need to stop doing this to myself.
Thank you for last night.
The feeling is mutual. I mean it. Come on. That's not a question you ask for no reason. What are you hiding? I can imagine she'd be delighted to turn a follower of Selûne towards the darkness. I think I knew that man. I think he helped me somehow long ago. And I grieved when he died.
Keep low and quiet.
I need to take back control. Seize what I've been denied. Do you know what this entails? Well, of course you do. But I don't want that for myself.
It draws power from a living host. Nothing in life is free, I suppose. Thou roach-mock jester! I've never heard something so beautiful.
Don't worry, I'm coming.
Well said. This dream figure is no friend to us.
Oi! Ugly! Non-fit endura!
Onward. Ever onward.
A hindrance, you say? Remind me, where did we fetch you from again? Oh, that's right. A cage, caught by a couple of tieflings. Interesting.
Thank you. If I become a Dark Justicia, I'll have Lady Shah's highest blessing and her arsenal at my disposal. This will be good for all of us. Let's explore. I didn't mean... Fine. Yes. If you have a cure, then I need it as much as you do.
Head's throbbing.
Spit it out. I won't wait around here forever.
Look at that thing. Raphael's taste in decor is surely his most evil trait.
There. Some liquid courage. And try to get some rest too if you can. Tomorrow's another day.
Prick thy face, villainous prick! Don't listen! It'll try any trick in order to survive!
Huh?
We should be safe for the night now. Let's try and get some rest.
You're lucky I'm feeling kind. You're lucky I'm feeling kind.
Silentium!
The forge is guarded by something vulnerable to a hot hammer. Might be useful. Or gibberish.
You saved my life aboard the Nautiloid. I'd never have expected that from a Gith.
Trax. Someone came through here in a hurry.
Of course things could have been different. But nothing says they would have been better. I fulfilled my destiny, just as Lady Shah wished me to. These glyphs. I recognize them. The same as in the necromancy of Thay. What's this? An elf and a dragon watching over Baldur's Gate. The worst place to end up is anywhere that doesn't let you be at my side.
Stop! If I want to tell you something, I'll use my mouth, understand?
We're almost out of time! The brain! Hurry! Admit it. You're just glad to see some potential meals walking about after all those bloodless shadows.
I'm not sorry I kept this from you. Not one bit.
I will be. Once we get clear of this place.
Whatever it is, the Absolute has a powerful hold over them. There might be something useful in there. Seized goods and the like. There should be a harper's stash here someplace, if that letter's to be believed.
The big hero hiding a wagon full of insecurities, looking to me to distract you from them for a moment.
Run. Run, find him. It only ever stopped when I went the right direction.
Hostium minera!
After everything you've been through, my name gives you pause. Please.
A bed made of severed heads. That can't be good for your back. Cast aside some of your present company, then we can talk.
The priestess is slain, and the Horde is weaker for it. Did something dig this?
Thou quivering plague rat! Behold! The fool of fools! Incommodum!
Hold on, I'm coming.
If you like. Good thing your practical streak is one of the things I love about you.
Selûnite magic. Dark Lady, forgive me. Talking statues are never a good sign. We're short ahead. Where's Gale? Go then. Maybe you can do better by yourself, though I doubt it.
I know that look. You're wondering why I was in pain before. Let's just clear the air about that now. That person's a stranger to me. Don't torment yourself with the past. I'm gonna go out on a limb and assume that Lae'zel may not be keen to share you with me.
Victory is mine! The Guardian's fallen!
Esoria!
That's a dead girl's name. I don't deserve it. I had to look up how it was spelled, for pity's sake. I'll look forward to the next last kiss. And the one after that.
But I promise any future murderous intentions will be thoroughly justified.
Out, foul deformity!
It won't budge.
This is all like some sort of terrible dream. But it's real, isn't it? I stood before the night song. I heard Lady Shah's words. And I failed her. What harm? She's little, won't take up much space, or make much of a dent in our provisions.
Inexpugnabilis!
Oh, I'll join you. If you have whoever's in charge alongside you. Otherwise, I'd best be on my way.
The slavers are gone. Near must be dead by now. Just need to grab his head.
Stay calm, I'll get you up.
At peace, I think. I couldn't have imagined how things were going to play out. What I'd gain, who I'd lose. but at least I have your support.
Like I said before, it's not the sort of thing I can just tell anyone. Maybe with time. Or maybe not. True. Seems like we're the lucky ones, judging by all the corpses strewn about.
I don't remember how it started. Only how it ended. I was fleeing. I don't understand. Who are these people?
Signum Arcanum!
I told you already. It's none of your concern. Let's get you up.
Not exactly an opportune moment. Agilios Vocomoros!
Fine welcome back to Baldur's Gate.
Nothing. I assume your kin are just as misguided as you are.
I can't see a thing.
Perfect. That screeching is bound to bring more of them down on us. Ah, my apparent long-lost acquaintance. Here to wax lyrical about all the good times we didn't share?
Hear me out. Your life depends on it. We've both got the same problem, though only I might have the solution. I'd be careful with Lae'zel.
Veritas credo oculus!
That was amazing.
Heroic types can be brittle, I find. Better to trust someone with greater flexibility.
Sphira mortis!
This whole place reeks of necromancy. Was there something else?
Scio didici pecto!
This thing won't yield its contents easily.
You listening?
Don't wear him out entirely, priest. I might have use for him yet.
That's the last of him. I hope.
Back to the anus that spat you out!
Better fetch that.
They deserve their peace. And vengeance, if we can deliver it for them.
A bold statement, if not an accurate one. Leave me be.
Unusual bottle. And the smell is... certainly memorable.
Not much magic left, though. Sun's too bright. We should keep moving. No, not while I was out cold. I remember a falling sensation. I thought I was dreaming. Next thing I know, I'm here. All mine.
A dead elf. This must be the druid Housen.
I think they're dragon marks. Better keep an eye out.
We'd make better strangers.
More Selûnite markings. No worshippers left, though. Have to keep pushing.
Impero tibi!
The air's thick with spores. They must thrive in the dark. Better get to it.
In truth, I don't think I'd want to be your spare lover. I'd always want more of you than you'd have to spare. Better, perhaps, to bow out with dignity.
Can't use this right now. Hardly a conversational relish. Get some rest, Lae'zel. You'll need it. Have to keep focused. Can't afford to get attached. To anyone. As you like. Try not to tire yourself out too much.
Isn't it so that every time you speak as you cast a spell, you're endeavouring to call upon Mistra?
Marzani, my...
I suppose you Gith know something about these things. Whoever did this wanted them to suffer. We need to be careful. Thank you. Though you shouldn't have had it to begin with. That voice. What was that? They'll have to wait. I need to get off this ship alive first.
Reason teniatis!
I don't know. I'm just glad it fell. A sleeping dragon under the city, waiting for a hero to awaken him. Sounds like a children's tale. A clown's arm. It's thrown its last custard pie by the look of it.
I sacrificed others so that I could become who I needed to be. I won't deny you the same chance.
Voco glacias!
Must be where Housen escaped from. Looks like his handiwork. Or clawwork, rather.
Everyone has to suffer, it's a fact of life. Until Lady Shard deems it is time. I know you mean well, but this isn't something for you to fix.
Blind honesty is always a bad idea. We should keep quiet in future.
What the hells? We can't do that. Not after the lengths I already went through with her.
Now I suggest you let matters rest.
or else we'd better part ways.
Seems like nature's provided a shortcut. Ore and mold. But they still need the lava to bind them.
Why me? What was all this for? Notice anything new?
Magical illumination. Useful if you don't have flint or a taper to hand.
Moonrise Towers. There used to be more than one tower, of course. The other must have been destroyed.
There. You have the truth, for all it's worth. Let's continue.
These jewels. Why do I remember these, of all things? A gift from Solda Nessela, Mother Superior said. Gods. I both understand what you mean and am horrified you phrased it like that.
This is a bad idea. Time for a conversation.
If you think that's for the best. But I just hope the Emperor doesn't betray our trust.
Must be in one of these chests.
I love a nice secret hideaway, don't you? Sounds like random butchery. If I kill, it has to be with purpose.
Sicut catus! And you are. Those dragon-riding reavers tried to kill us.
Neither did I. I hope so too. I'll try my best to keep it under control. Lae'zel has a dangerous look in her eyes. Let's just hope she reserves those impulses for any common foes. And rightly so. The last thing we need is someone of your potential becoming enthralled with Shah's magic, Gale. In any case, we can talk about it later. It's the protection I have that matters right now.
Bloody mimics. More fool me for taking things at face value.
Though, I suppose a Starian feeding on Karlach is akin to a lone mosquito supping on a prize draft horse. It'll be a while before he can do any
This'll raise your spirits.
Very good. Just don't say it so loud. Dead. Should have done that a long time ago. That skull is doing something. Not a good sign.
Hells. Seems that book on flumps was not all it appeared to be. Brains.
Death is the blade's companion. Isn't that what they say? I think I preferred it as a metaphor. There's been something between us for some time. A connection. More than friends. I recognized it, but didn't act on it. Better now, I think. Now that I know the truth. Now that I have my family. And you.
Diore. Let me help, please.
No, I don't think so. You've a tadpole as well, but you seem fine.
The divine tend to keep their interventions close to the chest. Though, I suppose it's not impossible. It's all right. Help's on the way. Ugh. Anything that enters the world like that deserves to swiftly exit it again.
Don't worry. It's not information I share too casually. Besides, those murals looked old. The druids have more current troubles to worry about.
You don't get to decide that. Keep your hands to yourself. Te execror!
I may have to rely on your local knowledge to plug the gaps in my own mind. Hopefully, I'll remember more than I expect to.
Time to meet your maker.
Chin up, Halsin. I know you don't favour Lady Shah's darkness, but look, trees.
Worth a try.
Tormentum!
Might still be stuck inside if we hadn't been attacked. No matter. Walk away, Gith. We have nothing to discuss.
The traitor prince is close. We must split him open. We must fulfill Vlaakith's command. There's a power to these shadows. A familiar one. I swear I can feel it.
Blood-stained collars. Looks like those missing pet posters were in vain. Suppose I'll lend a hand.
Minsk. He seemed to believe that doppelganger was truly Jaheira. A sure sign he's being manipulated. Time shall tell. At the very least, I can learn from her mistakes. Imperote! But that's not quite true, is it? You are interested. I can feel the brain. And not to be obvious, but it's hungry for power. Burned alive. Sounds pleasant to swim with you. At a distance. It's usually so freezing.
The scrying eye. At least this one won't be telling anyone what I've been up to. You're lucky I'm feeling kind. I love the sound of lockpicking.
You're doing what's necessary. For all of us. That's why I've been by your side this whole time.
Yes, me as well. Besides the occasional mental exchange, it's almost as if we're not infected. I am indeed a disciple of Shah, mistress of the night and lady of loss.
Looks like the Absolute's drawing all sorts to become followers. Impressive in a way.
You would be wise to forget me. I can only hope I one day forget you.
I can't afford to stay here forever. Time isn't on my side. Or yours, for that matter. Looks like any regular weapons I have work here too.
Dark in here. Fine spot for an ambush, if you were of a mind.
Got to help.
Those Gith look like a fight and a half. Best keep away from them for now.
Mario!
That may be so, but this is something I need to do myself. You'll have to forgive me if I'm a little wary of goddesses just now.
Fog!
Leave it. Whoever's inside doesn't want an audience, and I don't want to fight. Don't look at me like that. I can't. No.
Sounds like just what we need to get to Moonrise.
Not exactly the sort of thing that'll endear audiences to your artwork, is it? I'm probably more at home in the water than you now, Astarion.
What is this? A souvenir? I figured Githyanki would keep severed heads around, not crests.
All those lives just snuffed out. I hope it was worth it.
A hook horror by the sounds of it.
Imagine what this place was like on the day of the battle. The ground must have been covered with the dead. Precisely. Care to show your devotion? Just say the word. You truly end things with will to be with me. That almost is doing a great deal of heavy lifting. That man changes allegiances more frequently than a courtesan changes their bed sheets.
It's not like I've been keeping a list of charges to throw at you. There's just moments.
A distinct whiff of undeath to this place. Though, curious, I can't say I've ever noticed the same about you, Astarion. I'll certainly be treading very carefully. Trust me.
At least it won't suffer anymore.
I imagine you must have questions. We should talk.
Ah! Akidum!
I ought to speak.
I should look around for a way to activate this.
What? No, don't be ridiculous.
Don't get your hopes up. I'm not exactly keen to throw my lot in with another goddess after what happened last time.
Thank you. And you're right. It's a delicate matter. Not something for light conversation. Hold tight.
Footprints. There may be even more that survived the crash.
A Selûne statue in a stinking cave. Hardly a place of honor, even for the likes of her. These flowers. They're creating anti-magic fields.
Not the cheeriest of inns, this place. But I suppose the mortal peril lurking just past the firelight is liable to put a dampener on the mood. The Underdark. I've had my fill of lurking in the shadows, if it's all the same.
Take the slain foe as a gift, blessed Night Singer. Usher her into your darkness.
No, Boo, it was not something I ate.
These glyphs aren't any language I recognize.
Aren't you a sight for sore eyes?
Help's on the way.
And before you ask, no. I'm not telling you what I'm doing there, or who I'm meeting, or anything else.
Ereske! Desera!
Something's wrong. I feel weak, drained.
The darkness is encroaching. Can't linger here. Not like before. This way.
No excuse to rest on our laurels, though. We've still got our own problems to contend with.
You can. If you understand how to reconcile certain eccentricities in our relationship.
Oh!
All these idols should be torn down. Another time, perhaps.
Resisto, frigos!
Did you have any strange dreams of late? Vivid ones? There must be more, wherever they came from.
I think this Cresh's days are numbered. Let's get out of here.
That staff may be of interest to you, Gale.
Surprisingly spacious. Must have been quite active in its heyday.
Everything that's happened. Shah. My parents. It's almost too much to take in.
You need some support.
It brings me closer to Lady Shah. One day all of our eyes will feast on her endless darkness. Why did Lady Shah's dead attack? Am I being tested? Maledicteus! That's all. There has to be something you aren't telling me. Out with it!
What? Shah's tenets? If you like.
Heavier than it looks. Wouldn't be very comfortable.
I can't believe I just did that. Lady Shah will disown me. What will happen to me? It had better not, or there'll be a piece of sharpened wood with your name on it.
I could drown in that song.
What an odd emblem. Don't think I've seen it before.
The spear.
How do you have it? I threw it into the Shadowfell. Vincereis vivere!
There's magic at play here. A spell keeping this chest shut.
Accidum! Stop! They're mine to deal with. Touch them and you die!
I'll help.
I've never been able to write my own future. I wouldn't even know where to begin. Shah's entire creed revolves around waging war against Selûne. Imagine all the generations of mortals sacrificed in an eternal conflict between sisters. Let us through. You know I'm expected.
Time to pack it in for the day, I think.
All I'm saying is that it's more difficult to come back from the dead if you were chopped up and had the pieces delivered to different corners of the realm.
This'll help.
Nocturne has endured much in this place, and remained loyal to me. Once I have settled into my role, I shall see that whatever place she desires in Lady Shah's service is hers.
Nice punch. Though be careful you don't spoil our welcome before we get what we need.
This place is like a glimpse into the future. No need to raise an army when you can just build one.
Come on, up you get.
Well, we may have put a stop to the Absolute and rid ourselves of the tadpoles, but too many of my own concerns went untended as a result. Indeed. We're overdue for a talk. And a little honesty on my part.
Whatever did this must have worked itself into quite a frenzy.
Quite bold of you to flaunt your Shah worship so openly. I hear that's ill-advised.
Hells! Not a lick of damage! What am I missing?
Useful information. Or dangerous. Both likely. That's one way to end a party. Let's mop up the goblin leftovers and get some rest.
This place reeks of madness and murder. I can almost feel it in the rotten air. Faccio voco fere! Blasted door!
What?
Stop! Not another step or I'll... These may be the tampered plushes that letter spoke of. I'll leave the cuddles to someone else.
Pretty tune. You're better with your mouth than I would have figured.
Well then, let's have a peek.
A rather creative show of butchery. A necromantic ritual, perhaps. Amo sanguinem. I do. The Mother Superior will have ordered them to keep watch for my return. Find one, and we discover what comes next.
Seems like even those were too high.
Well, you can't be of much help to me from the shoreline, can you? Shouting moral support while I drown? I can't. My parents... I need to be with them now. I'm sorry. Was there anything else? Besides your increasingly complex love life? All those people you saved. Most of them will never know what you did. But you know. And so do I. I'll never forget.
Drow. And worse. What were they doing here?
I can feel the Shadow's power here, but they don't seem to be harming me.
Machine made them hostile.
Come on, stop slacking.
Vium sapientiae.
I do. If there's more worth sharing, you'll be the first to know. Trust me.
What kind of question is that? Of course I am. Are you?
The Hag's Lair. I think I preferred the swamp.
Do you really need to ask? The prison in Worm's Rock conceals a path to Ansur. Not sure what this spark business means, though.
What could a book contain that requires it to be bound with chains? I doubt there's much worth saying. An ogre and a bugbear. Not an eyeful I'd care to experience twice.
You and Will, is it? I'm glad the blade has found a new sheath, at least.
What? Join up with you? Looks empty.
I should get out of here. Fast. Myconids. That explains the voices.
The Dark Lady's presence. She's here.
Perhaps you're right. But there's little we can do about it just now. Maybe a way will present itself in time if Lady Shah wills it. He slew Lady Shah's children. By rights, I should avenge them and cut that ugly head right off his thick neck. But I'm no fool, either. Picking a fight with him would be a distraction. A potentially fatal one.
More hot air and empty threats. When I want you to know something, I'll tell you.
No matter. I hope I never have to think of her again. Just wait until the others are asleep, then come with me. There's a place we can go. Down the coast a little. I never thought I'd be sorry to see a mind flayer go, yet here we are. Lady Shah be with you. It's difficult to put into words. I think it might be easier to just show you.
Expellote!
If you say so. But we still need a decision.
Hold tight, I'll get you. Ugh, useless, hold on.
Ah! You. You've got the same thing I do. In your head. I felt it.
A disgusting waste of stonecraft.
I'd be happy to be wrong, but she makes my skin crawl. Watch yourself around her.
They were tenacious. I wonder what they wanted here, other than bloodshed. An audience with Gortash. He's ordered his guards to stand down if we're willing to seek him out.
Schio didici pecto.
I'll get you. Perhaps we'll meet again. If you survive, that is. The other way around, more like. The artifact goes with whom it wishes, and lashes out at anyone who tries to take it. Keep it for now. We can all help to protect it. Can't leave anyone stuck.
I wish I shared your confidence.
You might find some use for that thing if it's melted down for arrowheads, but that's all.
Better search around for his other parts.
I've seen how your kind solves problems. With swords and dragonfire. Let's see what we have here.
Veritas credo oculus!
It's nothing, really. Maybe if I squint.
None. She sealed her own fate. I was merely Lady Shah's instrument in delivering the final blow. Haven't you ever heard, "Don't catch your chickens before they hatch"?
I don't know much, but enough to be afraid. This is how they breed. We host their spawn, and once they're ready, they'll tear right through us.
Ugh! That could have gone more smoothly.
Go, hunters! Attack!
It's packed too tight. I'll need a shovel.
Cresce de hondo!
Better not let too much be spilled. As much as I'm enjoying the show, we may still need him afterwards.
Wait. I trust you. Lead the way.
Honestly, I can't say I'm surprised. Upset? Of course not. I know a passing distraction when I see one.
Perhaps we should wait for more comfortable surrounds.
There's nothing more for us to do here. Not until we complete Lady Shah's trials. Now, why would you ask me a question like that?
An idol of Lady Shah. It's beautiful. Curious that I found it. Not the first sign of the Dark Lady's power that I've encountered.
I'd be careful with Astarion.
I'd better take a peek. There could be scores of Dwergar here. Let's not pick a fight until we know how the odds are stacked.
Something of an improvement, at least.
Shah conceals me.
I don't think I was always alone there, either. I remembered a friend when I ate the noble stalk. I think we hid from our troubles together.
Even if that gith over there doesn't seem to like me.
So, a deal's been struck with Raphael, at least. He certainly drew out his sales pitch for long enough.
Onward. A dragon is clearly not to be trifled with.
I never knew Seluna's followers were quite so wretched. Doozy, please. You're the friendliest face so far.
Lead the way.
I don't care what words come out of your mouth, Gith. You have your choices.
They must want that artifact back badly if they're dispatching red dragons in pursuit of it. But we cannot afford to lose it. But I digress. Did you want something?
Let's set off. Time is against us.
Can't make anything out. What's down there, I wonder? He's dead. So is any chance of lifting this curse.
The ground's trembling again. Feels stronger.
We might have escaped, but we still have these little monsters in our heads.
In fact, I prefer the wine to your blind stabs at mockery. Get away from me.
Macte virtute!
Ought to just leave you.
Impero tibi! Shadowheart. She's as much a part of who I am as Jennifer. Can't just forget her. It's not what I do anymore. Different from my own. The work of the tadpole, perhaps. In need of attention, I take it?
Seems simple enough.
Damn! He's gotten away.
Chin up. This'll help.
What makes you think threats will get you what you want? I've nothing to say to you.
I'll help. An adamantine forge. Think of the masterworks that could be made there.
Could there truly be a Temple of Shah here?
We'd need to find it, first of all. No simple feat. Invoca te! Orin's personal chambers. About what I expected from a crazed killer. Shah seeks to break people. To fill their lives with despair so that they will turn to her for relief. Perhaps she thought this would lead me back to her in time. Those two are about to come to blows. No need to get involved, though.
Fine, I'll help. Got to concentrate.
Really? I'm surprised. I thought dowries, alliances, and old blue blood feuds might have to be balanced against your desires. You have a faraway look on your face, Astarion. Did you forget what you were going to say? Happens to the best of us. I need that amulet. The Mad Monk will want to see this.
Owlbear tracks. Its nest must be nearby.
Wait! Charging off by yourself sounds like a fine way to get killed.
Ex textura!
Oh, you don't say that because of the company, I hope?
The blade of frontiers!
Oh no, lead on, Gale. I'll follow where the wind blows.
That mural, they look like Dark Justiciars.
Vicious filth. Best keep some distance or this'll be a short fight. Nothing. What is this thing?
Zaris wanted this chest. She will pay handsomely if we return it intact.
Come on, you're just guessing now. It's Kashi Trakash.
All those campfires. Enough for an army. The Absolute's army.
Arcane lights, of course.
I'm ready, whatever it takes.
The little beast's quite charming once you get accustomed to the smell of rotting flesh. There goes my appetite for a while.
Let's get this lock to yield. Suppose I'll lend a hand?
Seems like some sort of curse. The last bloody thing we need. But we're going to help you through this. Together. What? Don't just stare.
You can call me Shadowheart.
What's the plan? Help's on the way.
You turn on me.
Another oath broken. Ironic.
You fight well. Perhaps our survival isn't such a distant prospect.
Can't afford casualties now.
Slippery little monster. Can't afford to lose this. You and I have markedly different ideas of what amounts to a gift. Lady Shah, what will she do to me?
Not the head we'd like to see roll, unfortunately.
Cast all wounds into darkness. What's done is done. But we should check the corpses for valuables.
Incertos pulce imperio!
Inquisitive, looking for connection. It's every man for himself, and you're looking to make friends.
Damn! The bruise acquired a spark! You're greasier than a warg roast!
Refreshing.
Mutatis mutantis!
He does seem like the decadent type.
Humour that thing if you must, just as long as you're ready to cut it down to size if it shows any sign of betraying us. I'm not despairing. Far from it. I just hope we're afforded a little breathing room before the next onslaught.
You would best hope Vlaakith appreciates your loyalty, Lae'zel. Otherwise, I think you just killed a potential ally.
Ad lapidem! Better go help that wretch.
A wooden mask. Looks old.
That Selûnite bauble may house some magic, Gale.
If that sounds at all appealing, then I'll keep a spot for you. It'll be just like old times.
This was to be my proving ground. Lady Shah was going to honor me.
A Selûna prayer book. As if I need this weighing me down.
I didn't think I'd live to see the day when Lae'zel turned her back on Vlaakith. But all things considered, good for her.
Help's on the way. Away with the pain.
Aqua pura.
What?
Who are... A Tressim. Wings and all. Never saw one in real life.
Halcyon sounds like the best chance of finding a cure. At least you've spared them the hangover tomorrow.
Manus potentis paro!
That old woman was certainly memorable.
Gortash will want to hear of this.
Come on. You know I'm talking about their blood.
In nocte concilium!
More pigeon remains. Looks like it was being brought towards the open hand temple.
Wrong way! We need to get out front!
It hurts.
Wait. You're one of that lot who were attacking the ship.
Punge!
How thoughtful. Too much to hope he's decided to surrender.
Bene curator!
This looks to be the same language as on the Tsar's signet ring.
I won't be getting through these things. Nor will anyone else. Those boots look quite special. Something for Gale, maybe.
Do you remember what I told you before? About how I can't swim? Well, I think it's time I remedied that. And washed off Shah's bile at the same time.
The city is close now. Followers of Lady Shah will be watching, no doubt. Waiting for my return.
I was the first Dark Justiciar in a generation, but soon will be Legion. And today, we fight at your side.
Mars curta!
I'm sure they'd last another while without us. But if you insist, attacking's the best defense.
So, can you let the matter drop? Or should I put you back to sleep? Permanently.
I've never seen this language before. Who is worshipped here?
A goddess abandoning you needn't be the end, Gale. Trust me. I know.
Wait. He was no true bear. I need to see that corpse. This'll help.
Clausus.
She doesn't care about any of us.
Intactilis sum! Cupio vertus licet!
The Mother Superior of It's you.
Let's get on with it. Squeeze a silk blanket in there and you'd have all the makings of a pleasant evening.
I've considered them plenty. Besides, Lady Shah favours action over words. Try it out sometime.
Unleash.
He's not without his uses. As long as we can keep him in line.
Hurry! Please!
I'm not ruling anything out. Unfortunately, that doesn't leave me with a lot of firm answers. Yes, she must. I'll offer thanks to her in my prayers.
And we should speak more later. Alone, ideally.
Resisto venenum!
Worth a shot.
I respect his craft. As should you.
I remember. But they can't comfort me. They can't give me advice. They can't tell me what I was like as a little girl.
You spherical git! Non compos mentis! Alle me!
Relieved, terrified, sick to my stomach. I can't keep my feelings straight ever since I spared Nightsong, defied Shah. I don't know what comes next. But at least I have you by my side.
The shadow curse. I tried to picture it in my head, but this is a lot.
I suppose that cleric Isabel must seem impressive to you, wielding Selûnite magic, resisting Lady Shah's darkness.
Best not to touch the chest of offerings other mortals have left to their gods, but I can use the altar to pray.
I won't leave you behind.
Look tight. Better look for the means to get this open.
Yes. I would have been better off getting some rest, I think. Let's leave it at that.
It does. Thank you. Strange. I've had more freedom this past while than my whole life.
Yes, I trust them. Whatever you have to say it.
Glacius!
Ugh. What is this? I already got my answer. Let's not make this awkward.
Bene curator!
The blood of Selûne. I was expecting we'd find this Nightsong relic, not some sacrifice.
Off I go.
Voco vinei!
Please. Don't make me do this. Not after all we've been through.
But I made it in the end.
Well, if that troubles you, perhaps you should fetch the bailiff to arrest me. Let's not forget why we're here. No point in wasting precious time on a lost cause. This stonework looks more suited to the surface than the Underdark. Who built this?
Well, I'd be lying if I said I hadn't been dwelling on becoming a Dark Justiciar. Perhaps seeing the power of Shah unleashed on that land is keeping the thought in my mind.
I know how you feel. Trust me. But there's not much we can do until morning. I should have stayed quiet. You want the truth? Fine. I know. Have to keep focused. Can't afford to get attached to anyone.
It can't have been easy to resign yourself to keeping the pact. But I'm glad you choose your father.
Fiat lux!
Personality isn't everything, I suppose. Plenty of relationships can limp along on physical attraction alone. What do you want?
Let go, mother.
Embrace loss.
Gith warriors! What else is the curse going to throw against us?
Don't worry, I'm coming.
Pity. You'd started off so well saving my life aboard the Nautiloid. I suppose now I'm seeing the real you.
Corpses. These creatures did battle with Dwergar. Allow me to help.
Oh. Yes. I suppose we'll have to.
I recognize this. Amerigon wore it. But they won't fight without a commander. Look at these gouges. Tore through rock like it was butter. A prayer book won't be much help to us in this place. We should leave it behind.
I can't tell what I don't know. My goddess willed it, so I obeyed.
Interlocking circles with moons and stars. This must be the seal mentioned in that journal.
Mortalis!
Hold on. Quite the descent. Best get started. Flaming brew. This battle's taken a heated turn.
Should have kept your focus on me.
Rambling nonsense. Why anyone would be drawn to this is beyond me.
I'm glad. I feel the same way.
Given your own nature, are you really the one to judge?
Nobody knows what became of them. Perhaps the battle in the mural wiped them out. But I'm not so sure. Yes. But it's not an easy subject to broach. Those bad memories. They're filled with my parents' faces, their cries of pain. But perhaps it will help. If I can clear the air. I suppose I should really free Scratch before I expect him to come running. It's always wise to have another redoubt, another escape route. Though, I assumed your lot's antics would have secured you the love of the masses.
Let's get you open.
Cat's out of the bag, so to speak. Better not get too close.
It's nothing. Forget it. Too much time in my own head.
There's nothing for you and I to discuss. Where's Will? She must have run off without us. Seems like I'm more reliable than your own people. I'm not sorry I kept this from you. Not one bit.
One touch and this will fall apart.
Signum arcanum!
Why arrange the dead like so? To intimidate us?
Show no mercy, boo! Kitius! Better be careful. Those webs carry vibrations.
Anatomical sketches of a mind flare. Not something to hang over the mantelpiece. Carried away? Hardly. The proof is right there. Just be grateful someone can handle this place. The night song is dead. Permanently.
Miss Aura, we need you! Go on then. Just don't be surprised when your friend turns on you. That voice you just felt? It's because of what was done to us. The infection.
He's a pompous sack of spare parts. He and his undead lackeys should never have come here. Perhaps I can rid Lady Shah's gauntlet of them yet.
Bravo. You had me worried for a moment.
No matter. She wished for Ketheric Thorm to be punished, and he has been. Her darkness was a blessing offered before he betrayed her. She can redirect her powers elsewhere.
Plenty left to see.
A waste of artisanship.
Oh. Has the mood struck you, love? I suppose we could try, if you think the others won't stir.
But make no mistake. When the time comes, when we're cured, the artifact leaves with me. Though I'll grant it must have been impressive once, in all its profane glory. I wonder what happened. That's the spirit. Now let's get moving before anything else goes missing.
I tried to leave, but Shah blocked me. Punished me for failing her. I thought I knew the limit of pain that the incurable wound could inflict, but I had no idea.
Crusty rogue!
They fought well to the end.
And yes, I'm sure there's someone out there for you. Lae'zel, for example. I saw her looking at you a little less murderously than usual.
You didn't seek to gather the harpers for one last charge. Fodder for heroic ballads yet to be written, perhaps.
The Dark Lady, defaced by some foul mark. Don't worry, I won't sacrifice you. I think Lady Shah would want a more impressive offering.
I can feel you! Get out of my head! Your people are lucky to have such a noble prince. I hope he manages to adjust to his new way of life.
Aye, quite charming when you want to be, aren't you? Maybe save some for the next time we have to talk our way past a sentry or the like. What do we have here? Unnoticed. Good.
A night orchid. Remember I told you they were my favourite? I'm lucky to have found one. Perhaps it's a good omen for us.
Jahira? Can't say I know the name. Worth grabbing?
Nothing in my recollection, anyway. This looks like the right one. Moment of truth. I have emptied my heart of falsehoods.
Damn thing is jammed shut. Won't turn like this.
Et alibi!
Eltergard. A lot of territory to cover before Baldur's Gate, and any cure found there.
Fine. Let's hear the Illithid out.
Better lend a hand. Please don't remind me. But keep your guard up with her.
All right. Let's try. We've gotten this far after all. Just let me do the explaining to my parents. They've been through a lot. I'd rather they didn't die of shock. Very well. Whatever happens, I shall stand by you.
I'd better do the talking. It's useless. Believe me, I've tried.
We still have the tadpole. Failing all else, we can assimilate Orpheus. She made me who I am. At least as best as I can remember. She taught me, trained me, punished me when I failed her. Which was often.
What are you playing at? Blessed Mother, smite the obstacles in my path. Final resting place of Lenore's pet, I'll wager. Don't worry, I'll make it better. Another illusion. Is anything real down here?
Huh. A little comfort and company doesn't sound bad.
All right, what comes next?
Your gullibility would be endearing if it didn't lead us into danger.
Mundus vodicipi. Twit, twat, twerp. That journal mentioned the adamantine forge as well. Quite the obsession. Hold tight, I'm coming.
The brothers. I guess they didn't find their sister. How do you feel?
Copio virtus licet, caveat incantator. Because it was our mission to retrieve it. Me and the others. I'm the only one who made it.
You two have met before, I take it.
Well, that was invigorating.
Curious. No wounds on that ball, but doesn't quite look like it died peacefully either. Hidden away, but not hidden well enough.
My home. A cloister of Shah followers. Hidden in the city. Better lend a hand.
I can't be your Jennifer. Not as you remember her.
I've always been terrified of them. Ever since I was a child. I showed you my memory of when I was lost in the woods. It can hardly come as a surprise.
Worth a look. Might find something useful.
I suppose that's how I knew how to free Liam back in the goblins' camp. Lucky for him.
No harm in a little conversation.
At least he's proof you can turn from Shah and live to tell the tale. Though some may not call that living.
The necromancy of Thay. Sounds ominous. That drow cowl might have bits of magic lingering inside it. Something for Gale.
Is that so? I'm a little surprised you decided to warn me. Must have been a scant bounty you were offered. Still, I should thank you. It was no easy thing, overcoming those urges that gripped you. I'm not sure I would have managed in your shoes. Well done.
I'll extend the grace you gave me and pretend that's not a threat.
Facing that lot would be suicide. At least for now. There's something I need to do once we enter the Dark Lady's domain. Any more meddling on your part will end badly. Let's not get ahead of ourselves. I belong to Lady Shah. Don't waste your time coveting what you can never truly have. Go on. You're not afraid of getting a little wet, are you?
Now left to ruin and goblins. Good.
The usurper is dead. So much for circle glut. So much blood. The hell's has been happening here?
I will follow in their path. I will succeed.
In Baal's name.
The corpses probably do something extra for him, don't they?
Not demons, after all. Just Githyanki.
I know that. I had just hoped you might show some more understanding. Leave me alone, please.
One who's happy to sup on his companions at that.
I'll keep an open mind. But I'll also keep my hand near a weapon. Configo! Where does it hurt?
I hesitated. Probably because I was coming to realize what a poor match we are for each other. Best not leave any loose ends. This one might reward mercy with backstabbing.
You seem overburdened with hangers-on already. No time like the present.
That could have been me if you hadn't gotten me out of my pod. Her disappearing act is starting to wear thin. There's blood here. What are those pink stains? I can feel the brain. Limitless rage. Limitless hunger.
I thought that damn thing was going to be my coffin. Thank you.
He's a wizard. All they care about is power. Rest well. We'll need our strength.
Gods above. What happened? The Absolute's forces have taken Duke Ravengard to Moonrise Towers.
Cupio vertus laicet!
The adamantine forge. The wizard Duan was set on finding it.
Well, unless we find a cure, you won't have any teeth to chew it with soon enough.
Just a pebble.
Well, no!
Need to pick me up?
What just happened?
You're a better catch than I'd expected to find while fighting for survival in the wilderness.
Either way, these corpses prove one thing. This is the city Halsin mentioned.
Ha-ha!
That was revolting.
Time to track him down and see what he knows.
Come on up, you get.
You don't understand. There's something I need to do, or the trials will have been in vain.
A pleasure as always.
Straight answers are overrated. Where's the discovery?
I'm glad you're happy.
Moonlight. Guidance. Tides. How fascinating. Consider me converted, Seluna. No harm in talking.
It sounds like the city's trying to get back on its feet already. Normal life is returning. Which means things are about to become decidedly more difficult for you.
I'm being interrupted, that's what. We can talk later.
So that mirror I saw can steal people's memories. Including mine. You're back. What happened in there?
The Githyanki crash is here. This place looks liable to collapse any moment.
My name is Shadowheart, loyal servant of Shar, goddess of darkness and loss. There is little more I can tell you than that.
Nocturnus plue
Conjure ahead.
eresque!
Now, play nice. Claws and beak to yourself, please.
I doubt a bear this size went down without a fight.
A joyous little affliction that visits me with screaming agony on occasion. I'd be lying if I told you I know what causes it.
Ah! Still stings. Don't know what else I expected.
I do. I'm amazed you missed the signs, honestly. No matter. She wishes for Ketheric Thorn to be punished. Her darkness was a blessing offered before he betrayed her. She can redirect her powers elsewhere once he is cast down. I think I'd like to put Shar behind me and find somewhere peaceful. Away from the city, perhaps.
I'll keep an eye on the Gith.
A pleasure as always. Helps on the way.
Well, my day just improved. Did you want something?
Secretium pararum!
The Hag's Lair. She must have had dealings in the Underdark. Now, instead of killing and resurrecting each other, we should just work together and try to stay alive.
Fulgor!
Not Dwergar handiwork, anyway.
Let's get out of here, please. Whatever's coming, I don't want to be in the heart of the Shadowfell when it finds me.
What the hell, Zastarian? You bit me!
That is a great deal of trust.
Everything's in order. Let's see what this contraption can do.
Strange marking. What's it mean?
Something needs to be said.
Just an observation, no offense taken. See, we're learning something about each other already.
A shrine to Seluna. I might have sneered at this once. Or tried to destroy it. We can't pursue them until daybreak. We'd be at too much of a disadvantage.
Damn, that burns!
This does not belong to me. Goblins ahead. Looks like they're laying an ambush. At this stage, I'll agree to just about anything.
So you're free of your hunger. Free from any lingering fear of the sun. But all those lives you sacrificed, Astarion. I'm not sure I'll forget their final screams anytime soon.
Too heavy.
Umbrai!
Whole. At last. Thank you for being by my side through all of this. I never realized I could have a true family. Or a true love. Not everyone would share that view. But you were always different, weren't you? Hells, I think my last meal is threatening to resurface.
Now what are you hiding?
To become a Dark Justicia is to become the Night Singer's sword arm. Her implement with which she will cast down the unbelievers and win the final battle to restore her perfect, endless darkness.
No more prayers, only dust and silence. Clustered fires and tents. The Absolute's army is camped here. Better not press my luck.
I think this was my favorite part. Putting these on. Pretending to be someone else. I suppose that's been my whole life. Everyone owes you in truth. I'll see that all of Lady Shah's children know of their tentacled champion.
Well done. You did what was best for you. Don't let anyone tell you otherwise. I just saved you. Keep that in mind next time you want to air your grievances.
You couldn't resist the allure of the shadows, Gale. I don't blame you. It's the only power that truly counts. Karlach. Facing your own mortality in such a definitive manner must be hard. I'm sorry. If it's any consolation, the rest of us are still liable to perish anyway. Lady Shah. But yes, her and those who saved me and taught me her ways. The Mother Superior.
May pain be forgotten.
More than that, I even have an idol of the Night Singer to call my own thanks to you.
Vita excolato! Voco araniai! Worth a try.
Vile beasts. Nothing good is born from a corpse. Lady Shah's children toil similarly, but we know there is no need to seek the favour of others. Our Lady's love is all we need. You've been with me all this time. You know exactly what I've sacrificed to achieve this. I had hoped you'd learn to not try and sour my relationship with Lady Shah, but clearly not. Let us speak no more of this.
Lux in tenebra. Quite the burrow hole. I'd rather not meet its maker. Impressive. What is that place?
Well, the Harpers are a write-off. Jaheira will want to know.
Omnia mutantor! That book's got Gale's name written all over it. Figuratively, that is. Ellie May. Same name as the tombstone. Shadow Druids. There's more to Korga than meets the eye. Intelligente pauca!
This must mean she is protecting me. She favors me. And you don't even know what I mean, do you? Time to come clean, I suppose.
They make good bait, drawing attention away from us.
I must remember where to step, and have faith that she will guide me.
Resisto!
Yes. And she acts as Lady Shah's voice amongst mortals. She must be doing the Night Singer's bidding. I just don't know what it all means.
I bet this idol's powerful enough for Gale to get something out of it.
I suppose I am. Though the chance to savor the moment might be brief, given all that still lies ahead of us.
My faith will guide me, but that'll have to wait. Are we going to help each other or not? The magic nearly oozes from this flask. Can you use it?
Farewell, Gale. I hope he still remembers us little people, once he's secured godhood.
The Necromancy of Thay. Not a children's book, I assume? I'd prefer the quiet, if it's all the same to you.
And secondly, no harm in trying something at least once, even if you don't ultimately like it. It doesn't matter. Astarion's dead, for good, this time. We're safe as we can be. I hope Scratch has a new ball to play with, wherever he is.
Very well, have it your way. To friendship. Come on up, yep, let's do this.
Is that so? Well, I hope you don't intend to make such a claim without some evidence to support it. So, the secret to immortality is sewn up inside a zombie. Better than tucked under a mattress, I suppose.
Let's make this quick. Amor sanguinem.
I can't. My memories...
The Maragon's leader might still be around here.
Let's follow her to Leroican. There'll be an unmissable show, I think.
And you ran away, as I recall. Left me to die trapped in that pod. Now leave me be. Voco Vinei! Seluna markings. She was once worshipped here. Stay ready. Something isn't right.
The pain is something I can handle. Well, most of the time.
Deep grooves in the mud around that rock. I don't answer to you. Not anymore. I'm here for my family.
As long as you show Lady Shah all due respect, you'll be treated accordingly. Now, unless there's something else.
There's this Gith crash, but well, if your kind can actually save us, I stand to be corrected.
Last Light was shielded by Selunite magic. Perhaps when the Night Song died, the Moon Witch was grieved, distracted. Her blessings may have wavered.
By the hells, what is that? This is no thrown-together camp. Someone built a fortress down here.
Few finer torments.
Timask. The spores confuse the senses. I need a shovel to dig this up.
Company.
Locked in. That's rarely good news. I'll patch you up. There has to be a way to get rid of these parasites.
Things won't be the same without Astarion. At least he got to enjoy his moment of triumph before we betrayed him.
All right. I've kept you from your blanket long enough. Rest well. I'll get you free. It's been a while since these two breathed their last.
It is done. Lady Shah has blessed me. This must be it. This must lead to where the Dark Justiciars came from.
Dead gnolls. Looks like someone toyed with them. Made the pain last. Get confused by one, blown up by the other. Come on, up. There's a darkness coursing through those vines. Intactilis som!
I don't fully know. Just a nagging feeling. Almost like I'm conflicted about something, but I don't quite know what.
Aqua pura! Might as well help myself.
I heard you and Astarion. For a while I thought you were a little more subtle in your tastes, but I suppose not. Enjoy your pallid confection, I suppose.
I swear you've grown since I last saw you.
Not quite. You'll see when we get there. Strange. I thought for a moment I remembered these mannequins. But no. I can make some animal noises if it'll make you feel more at home.
That wall's an illusion. Hiding what, I wonder? Maybe we'll get lucky. We're overdue some good fortune. Chin up, this'll help.
Everyone owes you, in truth. And I'll be sure they know of their debt.
Strange. It looks healthy, but it's stone dead. Incende!
But I suppose there's no harm in learning about the opposition. No, I doubt there's much to learn. You Selunites are coddled, decadent, drunk on hope, fattened calves ready for sacrifice. You know, we had the beginnings of something special once. But it was not meant to be, I suppose. For the best, perhaps. I have to dedicate myself to Lady Shah now.
Ah! There's magic guarding this thing. That's it then. I can't jump any further.
Besides, I think I'm due a sabbatical.
I'll get you out, but someone else needs to get us out of here. A friend in need. A perfect fit. I just need the raw materials.
Of course, why wouldn't it be? This is my purpose.
She'll turn on you. You'll see. The reward for attempted blackmail, I think.
How are wildflowers surviving here? Nothing else is growing.
You're putting words in my mouth. I never said I disliked you. It's just, we have some work to do to get on each other's good sides.
I can sense its fury, its greed. We're close.
That feeling. Shah reaches out to me.
Quite an imagination. Try applying it to some peaceful thoughts. I know you can.
He must have returned to the grove. Could mean anything. We set a pack of refugees on fire. A child could have done it.
We've encountered other signs of a Sharan presence during our time together. I need to understand what it all means. Indulge me, if you can. Please. More signs of Dark Justiciars. Lady Shah is guiding us to something, but... what? Got to keep looking.
I'll get you.
Well, it would be a shame to leave these behind, wouldn't it?
Something about that tree. Almost like an invisible hand pulling me towards it.
Worse than failed her. I defied her. Just because of what that Asimar said.
What a glorious celebration. Hip deep in gore.
Cinemetto.
Wait. Where the hells are we? How are we alive? So many places. It'd take more than a lifetime to visit them all.
That symbol. Gale, is this Tresem yours? Perhaps that doesn't translate. I don't know if Githyanki have honey, or vinegar, or flies, even. Let's just show some restraint.
Harper's attack! Magis amica veritas!
This'll give me an edge.
I can't blame you. Who wouldn't want a hero of the classic mould for a lover, and heir to a noble house to boot?
Just empty shells. Best to just keep the unhatched one. Of course. It is an act of faith, not to be undertaken lightly. Shah will reward me when I succeed.
Virtus et scientia!
Hold on. Won't get that open easily. Maybe there's another entrance.
Just an insect, I'm sure you'll survive. Besides, it probably figured you for a tasty treat. No, I just wanted to see how you felt after the night we spent together. When we talked. Ah! My wound. It burned with pain and nothing. Why? Something's wrong.
Ugh, useless. Hold on. Wounds begun.
No head. A closed coffin at the funeral, then.
I've dreamed of this place. This is my destiny. I must complete the trials. My magic is infinite.
You know, just because I join you at your bedroll from time to time doesn't mean you need to talk to me quite so much. Is this urgent?
I saw you with Astarion. You two looked cozy.
I know. I can scarcely believe it's real. But I saw it with my own eyes. Felt the polished stone walls raised in Lady Shah's honor. You're covered in blood. And it's not yours either, is it?
A petrification ray. Someone addled that spectator. Maybe this'll make you useful.
Video veritatum!
I tried to rescue you from Baal's grip once already. Seems I failed.
Regard this spontaneous flatulator!
Well, I'm flattered you care enough about me to have doubts. But we both know where your heart truly lies. This is fake.
I remember this shape.
A recent kill. I can still see blood pulsing out of that headless stump.
Do not trifle with that moon witch or her trinkets. Only trouble will follow. And now it's a nest for some filthy goblins. A fitting end. Where does it hurt? You have an interesting definition of friendly, but yes.
I have vanquished your foes.
Eretion sphaera evanesco!
No.
No.
I'll kill you if necessary. But explaining your corpse would be a chore. The artifact. I have to keep it safe.
You need a pick-me-up.
Fine. I truly hope you're right about this.
I wonder who or what those chains are for. Doesn't look like I can light these. At least not by normal means. Give a light spell a try. That should get us into that chest.
Honest of you. And you're right, this is about me, and how I can best serve Lady Shah.
Corruptus! Inveniam viam! A thing like that could swallow each of us whole. Raw or incinerated. Perhaps this will cure you of some self-delusion then. Come on.
Time to go, now! That's her done for. Now for her commander.
Ostende secretorum tuorum. As you command, Night Singer. A refreshing dose of honesty. Careful people don't take advantage of that. Let's get this over with.
You are quite remarkable.
I'll have to try this later. Waste of my skills. So beautiful. Like Shah's embrace. Calm and quiet, that's the way.
Are you sure you aren't just voicing your wishes for me?
Ah, I see. Think I can't get you to confess? I'm something of an expert. Imparo mortus!
You're straight to the point, at least. But still, I'm not sure you're ready for Shah's teachings. Not yet, at least.
If only he'd fought the goblins with the same vigor he had for that tiefling.
You wouldn't actually feed in the wake of a battle, would you? You're not a vulture.
It would be too much to hope that's nothing to do with us, wouldn't it? Oh, I need to reverse whatever Nettie did to me before it's too late. Ha! There it is. Oh, don't pout, you walked right into that. And there's no harm in a little hot-bloodedness. A flaming fist. Someone beat her to a pulp. Bloodied tracks. Quite small, too. A gnome found some trouble here. Vile statues everywhere. How could a temple of Shah be here also? Embrace us, your loyal warriors. Cloak us in your shadow. Guide us to your victory. Sorge! No questions. I can't concentrate with all these voices. Just listen. Hells. Something just woke up down here. Just how big is this place? This lot aren't wanting for ambition, that's certain. Sitting. Such an engaging activity. Fool. No point in showing the beast kindness. It'll still bite you in the end. That's better.
It might all be a coincidence, but between those ruins and the signs I saw of dark justiciars before, it might be much more.
Damn! Can't leave you stuck. Have you wondered what people will say, Will? When they find out the monster hunter is becoming a monster? We should discuss this.
A priest is of little use to them now, apart from a prayer for the dead. As for us, well, the future awaits. The lesser foes are a distraction. Dominating the brain is what matters. Positive. You can trust me on that.
Perry! Not someone I'd rush to speak to. Dead. Nothing to be done. The sooner we find a healer, the better. Get some rest.
Damn, these things again!
Remember those things they put in our heads before you abandoned me? That's what. This'll make you feel better. Fine. It's a lucky keepsake. Nothing more. I found it in a flea market.
I remember you. But you're different. Very different. And that name is new. It could be just like old times. Well, hopefully not exactly like old times. I think I've had enough camping and mortal peril for one lifetime.
By my eye, that blade's magical. What do you think, Gale?
A hidden door. Who has the time to design such things?
Rascal, Jagoda. These belong to somebody's pet. Former pets, judging by the dried blood.
We can't face the brain without all 3 stones.
This'll help.
A A chance to breathe, hopefully. This has all been very draining.
Of course. We need every advantage we can grasp, and this dark Justicious stronghold sounds like an opportunity to me. We should look for it. I'm a bit busy at the moment. We'll talk later.
What a curious mask.
More! Ve victis! It shall be done. I saw you with Lae'zel. You two looked cozy. Amo sanguinem.
What have we got here?
At last. Time to put this forge to work. These gouges. Something's marking its territory. Best be careful. Looks like that's going to bruise. Must be what that kid was talking about. Venustior! Our tadpoles have competition for the most vile parasite, clearly.
You'd think I'd have more sympathy for someone trapped in a pod, but perhaps we should have left Mizora where we found her. Don't thank me. I didn't do it for her. I'm not even sure I did it for me. What was the mission? Blackmail? A honey trap? I can't even remember. Not sure I want to.
Tormentum!
This will do. Get in the water. Tired, love?
Agilius!
Lead the way. That thing's tainted. Better to leave it than bear a dead man's grudges.
It can't have been easy for Will to resign himself to the pact. But I'm glad he chose his father.
I mean, I literally can't. There's certain things I can't remember right now.
Mm-mm.
I'm not the coward here. Flat face.
It seems Viconia sought a greater purpose than Lady Shah had decided for her. I already opened up to you before. Shared some of the crumbs of memory that I can still lay claim to. Let me guess. You're wondering why I was in pain before. Best if we just get the subject out of the way now. A lot's changed since then. More than I ever thought was possible. And besides, she's no lady.
If you discover anything that might help us, I'm all ears. But no luck getting in so far. These tracks. Goblins?
I feel it, though. My very being draining out of me.
Ah! Not without its mother by its side. What now? Flagra!
Does it even need to be asked? We're beyond me merely liking you. I think I'm a different person, owing to you. Boo seems like a worthy addition to our group. His pet, Minsk, may prove useful also.
You're braver than I've supposed. Wash your mouth out if you get a chance.
Oh. In that case, I won't keep you from your blanket. The time in my company will pass more quickly if you're asleep. Good night.
We've had some close calls already. There could be even tougher days ahead.
Hopefully there's no more of these creatures along the way. Stay out of my business, and stay away from me.
Can't see a thing.
Talk about appearances being deceiving.
Lady Shah's will shall be done, as sure as night will fall.
Do you hear this, tripe? Our lives are at stake, and she wants us to turn on each other.
Anything to help.
How morbid. Yet fascinating.
We certainly won't. I might start preemptively staking visitors through the heart.
Too easy.
Black blood. No, it's machine oil. Seems to lead inside this place. I have an idea. Something I've wanted to do for a while. Something that might help me put her in the past. But I'll need your help. Lazy mutt. No, I shouldn't say that. He's a good boy. I wondered if you'd have kissed me. If you could.
A Sharan crossbow. As magnificent as the Dark Lady herself.
You're here. Just like it told me.
Lady Shah respects cunning. And that's exactly what you and I will need to demonstrate if you want this to continue. Orpheus will be of no use so long as he's chained.
That was no ordinary bear. Better investigate the corpse.
Gather your thoughts. Then, perhaps we can talk some more. I'm not quite sure I like where this is going.
Nola Salos! Astarion, no! Yes! You felt that one, didn't you?
Not for me to shed tears over a Selûnite like Isabel, but you condemned a lot of people when you struck her down. People we could have had use of.
Let's see what's to be said.
Please. She was weak.
Your kind don't avenge those who fail. Fumble in my head again, and I'll gut you.
Kaido!
A collar. What are these runes along it?
It doesn't dredge up any specifics, just a feeling I can't quite define. But it's a comforting feeling, all the same.
Nearly light. The others will be awake soon. What am I to do?
I suppose I should be grateful. You helped me shed any illusions that you might have been paying attention. Thank you.
Hells! Anything else going to join in? A dragon? Some spiders, maybe?
A brine pool. Empty, thankfully.
Swarmed by goblins. Not a fate I'd wish on any beast. I can't trust you, can I?
These must be the people Father Lorgan was helping. Not to my taste, certainly.
Secrecy is everything for Shah's children. It's our code, our creed, our shield.
Got to help. I don't know. Not exactly. All I know is it's important I get it back to Baldur's Gate. At any cost.
Kind of you to offer a free sample, then. Now that she's tried out inferior goods, she'll know just how good she has it already. If you held a knife to my throat, I'd choose Orpheus over the Emperor. We'd be fools to trust an illithid.
And speaking of, how are we alive?
My people are nothing if not resourceful.
Stay calm. I'll get you up.
There's also Volo. If he's as knowledgeable as he boasts to be, perhaps he can help. I'll do what I can. It was difficult to do anything in that haze. Yes. I am honored with her blessing. A hag's staff has to be brimming with magic. Take a look, Gale.
Still, I learned much from the late Mother Superior. It was the least I could do to make that final blow a swift one.
You were offered a chance, and you seized it with both hands. And some other parts besides. It's admirable. Really. Me too. It's hard to sleep knowing that thing is in your head.
Who says you have to feel anything?
What in the hells was that?
Strange. I would have scoffed at such a thing once.
Stay with me.
I'm trying. But I need answers. I need to know what happened in the Shadowfell wasn't for nothing. To be free of Shah. To end my parents' suffering and show them that it wasn't all in vain. We have to find Halsin before it's too late. I doubt these goblins care much for their prisoners' welfare.
Venustior.
Right. Friendship.
But since then, well, let's just say some of my suspicions have been confirmed.
I suppose a friend of nature such as yourself will know how to avoid them. Provided you don't turn into one, of course.
Something happened here. But what? Try to not waste this.
I suppose civility never killed anyone. Well, that's not true. But thank you. I'll find a place of honor.
The whispering won't let me sleep. It keeps pushing me. To you.
The bark is in place. Now what?
Oh, I'm aware. Several come to mind right now. But I'm going to tempt fate and say we can take our time. Don't laugh, but I'm not quite sure I have anything to share. I'd rather enjoy this wine on my own, so find your entertainment elsewhere?
Never.
You've already pestered me with your notions once today. If I have something to add, I'll tell you.
It looks like basking in the sun is no longer an option for you, Astarion. You'd better find some shade.
I needn't have woken you at all. I could have just buried this dagger in your throat.
Clag
flat-bottomed coward!
Almost no one. But I certainly didn't share that with you. I wouldn't want to be on the receiving end of that thing. To some, perhaps. But I'll enjoy the dark while I can. Alone, if you don't mind. Call me Shadowheart.
Something's sapping my strength. But what? There's something more I need to do, or the trials will have been in vain. You could send an elf to sleep.
But it seems you've beaten me to it.
Ignis!
I felt that. Get away from me, Gith! You should have kept your hands to yourself.
Commortuis in lingua mortua. Useless without Susabark.
Let's make this quick.
Hells, more gills than a fishmonger's stall. We're all in this together. Provided you can keep your urges in check around me, I don't see why anything has to change. Yes, you need some light. Keep whatever you find. I'm unaffected so far.
Easy is often less interesting. Besides, we've plenty of reason to rely on each other already. You can't confide in just anyone about a monster in your head. You surprise me. Pleasantly. Perhaps I misjudged you.
You deserve honesty more than most. But please, don't ask.
To serve Lady Shah.
More busy work. That's royalty for you. Everyone's their servant. Can't leave you in a bind.
But there'll be time for penance later.
I did, after I was abducted. Perhaps if we survive all of this, a fresh start would be for the best. Duke Ravengard. He's still alive.
My lady.
I'm not sure I'd agree, but very well. What do you want to know?
Not interested in Astarion's leftovers, I'm afraid.
Nulla Salos!
I must keep going.
Please don't remind me. A mistake I'll try to avoid in future.
Do you know what this means? I must be blessed. Lady Shah is protecting me where others are left to face her wrath. Well, it appears my days of seeking her approval are at an end. Voco flagella! I seem to recall you encouraging me to spare Nightsong. Perhaps you're more like me than you care to admit. Help me or don't.
Useless. What? You? You're one of them. The ones who are attacking the ship.
I'm not through with you yet.
Frange!
I'll help.
I don't think I ever wore this one. Shame. The colour might have suited me.
Those Gith are a rabid lot. Best we keep well clear of them.
A key? For what? Your guess is as good as mine.
The Dark Justiciars were said to be sure of foot in even the darkest recesses of Lady Shah's embrace. I must remember where to step, and have faith that she will guide me.
Oh, this is going to be awkward.
No. Lady Shah has chosen me to cleanse her ranks. You no longer have her blessing. Is this truly what you want? Manos potentis paro! Will comes from an old, traditional line. I doubt his family would like their heir to introduce them to his lover's lover. Lae'zel! No! Hells, did I have to sing? The things I did for Lady Shah. But let's at least see if there's a healer to be found, first of all. She was doomed the moment she joined our camp then. She should have taken her chances out there alone, rather than put herself at your mercy.
I've never seen a tree like that. The bark must be a rarity.
How long has this been going on? Do I even want to know the answer to that? More doppelgangers! Just how many is Orin enlisted?
Healing's on the way.
Ugh! Hell, she's just hurting me out of spite.
A casting mold. Looks like it fits that mechanism from earlier.
Wouldn't take that stuff no matter what. If I'm gonna go, let it be in a blaze of glory.
No time for injuries.
Damn, didn't work.
Whatever Nettie did to me, it's getting worse.
Better wear the debtor's attire before continuing, or things become unfriendly.
Almost there. I just need to insert the mold.
Oh, I feel more tired now than I did before I turned in last night.
That didn't sound very pleasant. You'd almost feel sorry for him.
What's this?
Pay attention! Let's move. We'll be long dead before they run out of reinforcements.
I'd better do the talking.
Come on, stop slacking. Charms, offerings, and prayers. Put here by harpers before charging into battle.
Nearly there. Have to keep going.
Wonderful. Now I'm splattered like a sloppy butcher. Right, let's keep moving. Frankly, I'm amazed you didn't work it out for yourself already. I'm not sure if that makes you highly respectful or deeply ignorant. Confucio!
It's not an exciting life that I lead, but I'd like you to be a part of it. I doubt I'd have anything at all if it wasn't for you. I'm not much for bowing and scraping, but thank you.
A gallows? Nooses are for amateurs. That's what I was taught in the grotto. Do you know how badly those things can go wrong?
Got to press on.
This is no ordinary collection. All the hallmarks of a diabolist.
Fair enough. But a leader should always keep potential conflicts in mind, yes? That graffiti from before. I never thought I'd see it again. It might sound harsh, but we're desperate. Thrown together by fate. We both might want to see things that aren't truly there.
She's a stranger to these parts, same as you. But you strike me as reasonable while she has her own agenda. I'd be surprised if our interests remained aligned. He hid from the Hell's forces, but they still got to him.
What the? How is there a monster in that little flask?
Secco!
Seems the owner of this place is responsible for those explosive stuffed bears in the barn. Watch out for that devil.
There has to be more to this place. There has to be a reason I came to be here. I'll leave the kinder words to the softer hearts.
A stinging truth, but a truth nonetheless. Dialino!
So, no deal with Raphael. I wouldn't want to give him the satisfaction anyway.
You seem reliable. I think you know how important it is that we find someone who can cure us. Best if we focus on that.
The size of that thing. Looks so much bigger when it's flying above you.
Oculus Tempestatis!
We should find him. Maybe he can help.
Thine eyes, pools of tepid piss! Careful, those are mean locks.
My destiny lies in this city, with Lady Shah's church. They look to me now.
No. I already faced Lady Shah. I passed her trials. I wielded her spear, and now I am her mortal voice. I have been embraced by her in ways you could only dream of.
I see tracks there, or footprints. That's worth a look. I prefer my statues to be the strong, silent type, personally.
Do that again, and I'll leave you to bleed out in this wilderness. Understand?
What's next, I wonder?
You need some support.
Thank you. Maybe I should come with you. Return the favor by watching your back.
By rights, yes. Unfortunately, though, people's fears and hatreds are not so logical. They'd cheer as they burned their savior on a pyre. I won't stand by and let that happen.
So much blood. You could row a boat through it.
With good reason, it seems.
There must be more you can tell me.
Dolor. I do. But I won't. I can't.
Ah! 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 Ah!
Don't worry, I'm coming.
What's on your mind? You must be pleased to have a clear path forward.
Look at this place. The evidence is clear enough. I'm leaving this place! And I'm taking my parents with me!
Cloak and dagger. My favorite.
Last night was perfect. I wanted to talk to you about that. Lady Shah has bestowed a great honor upon me. But it isn't without a cost, it seems.
Let's just stop this conversation right here, shall we?
Heading there.
That thing didn't look friendly, whatever it is.
On I go then. The reference to a hot hammer is rather puzzling, though. Whoever wrote these papers must have been rather delirious. What's theirs shall be mine. You need to pick me up.
That smell! I recognize that vintage. Those kobolds are 3 sheets to the wind. The Underdark, as if we didn't face enough dangers back up on the surface.
An unlikely place for such a fortunate find.
So, there's been a mind flayer inside the artifact, or astral prism, the whole time we've had it. Sounds like utter madness, even though I've seen it with my own eyes. As much as I hate to admit it, we're hardly drowning in better options. Let's see what it has to say for itself, I suppose.
Stuck fast. I'll help.
That key from the shapeshifter did the trick.
Oh, and what else do you find to be fair?
Something tells me I should give that mushroom a wide berth. Useless. Hold on.
Absolute followers seized by the curse. Foes all the same.
Kiss the damn foot. Worse things have been shoved in your face lately. Oh no, lead on, Gale. I'll follow where the wind blows.
Come here.
What makes you think I'm hiding anything? If I've something to share, I'll let you know.
I don't like the look of that mushroom. Should stay clear.
This is it. Where I was raised. Trained. Held. It's strange to be back.
Excuses. You didn't even try. You just ran.
Not formidable enough to win the battle, it seems, but still, worthy of my respect. I still carry certain vestiges of a novice. That will no longer do. If I am to lead in Lady Shah's name, I must look the part. I've seen them at work before. I wasn't alone in my mission. All those who were sent with me were slain by Githyanki blades.
Careful. In future, you can't just stick your hand in every strange hole you come across.
Disappointing.
Time to undo the damage.
Yet. Perhaps I had an imaginary friend. Wouldn't surprise me.
Me? I'm not hiding anything. I'm merely sharing as much as you deserve to know.
But, kind sir, I am but a humble cleric. All I have belongs to my goddess.
West, Baldur's Gate. East, Elturel.
Astarion, we need to talk. Probably wise to not trust that thing, but we're not exactly inundated with alternatives. Whatever we do, it had better count. So, a vampire spawn. Is my throat safe?
Trust is a rare currency. Not sure I'd spend it on someone who drew a knife on me moments after I met them. Flaming fist armor, ripped open like parchment. Looks like the damage came from within. Let's make the most of this.
I don't recognize this. Who's worshipped here?
Consider the numbers. Someone out there must be having the worst day of their life. Robbed, evicted, widowed. Who knows? No wonder Shah thrives with such misery.
I thought you might have wanted to mingle with the others.
Wait, this was different a moment ago.
Gods. What's happening? We need to keep pressing forward. The day isn't won until Ketheric Thorm has breathed his last.
Maledicteus!
Behold, the Fool of Fools! Quite the work of art. Shame to have it hidden away.
He's clever. My order uses the same tactic when dealing with enemies of Shah. Eternal imprisonment. Would have been kinder just to kill them.
That machine's going to blow, and it'll take this whole place with it. Is this the moon lantern?
Ah. Well, I meant more the molten rock and plunging chasms, but yes, the folk leave something to be desired as well.
Animal tracks. Something went over the edge here. A scrying eye. Someone's watching through it. Better be careful.
Yes. I want to share it all with you. If you're willing.
That thing's killing her!
Shadowheart! Strike hard, strike fast.
Keep focused. This is hardly the place for daydreaming. I keep thinking about the knife going deep. It's the only thing they want me to see. Not a good time.
Still, it seems keen to be an ally in its own way. Compared to what we're up against, I'm not sure that's a bad thing. What happened to the woman I fell for? You've changed, and not for the better. A Githyanki, head removed. They didn't want her corpse to repeat whatever secrets they tortured out of her.
Butchered. They didn't stand a chance.
You're a child at heart, Gale, admiring wind-up toys and clockwork trinkets.
Well, that was interesting.
Focus, strike true.
And my company. But no matter, there's willing flesh elsewhere. Sleep well, if you can.
I won't lie, I feel a little sorry for her. But only a little bit. Yes, you sit right there and let me drink in the sight of you.
Vascura!
Something's amiss with that rune. Seems unstable.
This is a dedication to my goddess's power and dark beauty. Homey is not the first word that comes to mind. True, you wouldn't have the grit.
If you insist, but make it quick. We have far bigger concerns.
Viam sapientiae. Vascura!
The Emperor's fallen silent. Raphael's doing, no doubt.
They're clearly devoted to the absolute, whatever that is.
Better fetch that.
What was that thing inside her?
Go then. Lady Shah's blessings can be for me alone.
I'm not too hopeful that a Gith Kresh will actually prove our salvation, but worth keeping in mind.
Can't read this script.
Entertain yourself elsewhere.
A place of offering to the Dark Lady. May she embrace the entire world.
The pinnacle of good trash. Even I can't forget that one too easily. Your father is a man of fine taste. Amazing how the city can seem almost peaceful at times, knowing all that goes on out there.
Need everyone alive and fighting.
I'm tired of being pushed.
I don't know. For so long I only felt what she wanted me to. Now I have to do it for myself, and I feel like I'm drowning.
Lae'zel, you're not really the type for idle chatter. Don't develop the habit now. We've no solid leads right now, though. We'd best get hunting.
I think I'll take my chances alone if it's all the same. Less conspicuous. Good luck. And thank you.
This place reeks of death. Thank you. I'm sure we'll get along perfectly well. Ugh, that reeks. First, I need to get you out of these restraints. Then, find your way to our camp. You'll be safe there.
Like a summer's day, thou art sweaty.
Easy to liberate some purses or slit a few throats, if you were so inclined.
It's disarmed. My heart's about to hammer right out of my chest.
Ha! Curious. What are those marks there?
Secco!
I'll never be able to fill the place by my side where you should be standing. and I'll never forget you. Not a single moment. That's the last one. The inner sanctum is within reach now.
More Selûne idolatry. No sign of her followers, though.
We have all the gems. Let's put them to use and continue onwards.
I can feel magic coursing through this staff. Looks like your sort of thing, Gale.
You wouldn't say that if you ever saw me in the water.
We should head back.
You can really appreciate the darkness out here in the wilds. Not like in the city, where they keep lamps burning all hours. It's not natural. Schio di dici pecto!
Not again. Not that I'm judging. I have this. It's broken, but not too badly.
Oh, come on. You have to be at least a little impressed by the craftsmanship. There's only so much you can do with wood. You've nothing to be sorry for. Far from it, in fact. Without your help, things could have ended very differently for me.
You're welcome to try. Otherwise, back off.
It'll make quite a bedtime tale for the children. If I survive to have any, that is.
Now, what are you hiding?
Isn't it terrible when someone causes you to doubt yourself?
Use the tadpole. The connection. Come into my mind.
Let me help. Quiet as a shadow.
This'll make things interesting. I chose to do that. For the mission to protect Shaz.
Time to undo the damage.
Well, don't laugh. But one thing I do remember about myself is that I can't swim. I think it's time I remedied that. And washed off Shah's bile at the same time. Could have been worse, I suppose. At least she didn't just attack.
A list of names with some struck through. Somehow I don't think you'd want to feature on this.
No doubt she feels the same way.
Nearly out of sky. It's now or never.
I suppose you've earned it. These are Sharan weapons. I would recognize the Night Singer's blades anywhere.
I've got your back.
A lot of people died, so we could get to this moment.
Maiar Fortio!
Don't worry. This place has been empty for years. The sacrifice can't be a simple mortal. More likely it's a monster. And we're well versed in dealing with those, aren't we?
There's magic in this blade. Gale?
Finally! Through me her will is enacted! Her shadows strengthen and the darkness takes all. I am her chosen! Githyanki. Research into the hunt for the astral prism, I'll wager.
I can't promise I'll wait forever. Perhaps our paths will cross again later.
She could have been here for God knows what reason. I understand your concern.
Seems you're the closest thing to an ally I've encountered so far. We should stay together, in the interest of survival.
That dead elf. Halsin, I assume. He won't be helping anyone now.
From the Underdark to the swamp. Lovely.
I'll need to think on it for a while.
I said not for discussion.
Even if it was the worm, this was peculiar indeed. I'll be watching.
I'll fix that.
It's too soon. Scratch needs his rest.
Makes me wonder if you treat all your lovers that harshly. The bark's like iron. This is a waste of time. This'll ruin someone's day. Get away from that thing.
Furio!
You have a cure.
Selûne worship. Imagine being so desperate as to turn to her. Oh, you're back.
This must be the book that dead drow spoke of. Magic's hiding its true contents.
The pits. He couldn't be somewhere pleasant sounding, could he? Better still be alive.
Tea stringo linguam!
Yes.
But I'm afraid I forgot to bring any food. If I reach my contact in the city, I'll have my memories restored. Until then, I have to guard the artifact with my life.
That Githyanki contraption is sounding off again. Trouble's afoot.
You pry too much. Any further and you'll regret it. Understand?
Torre!
You too. Shall take you both then. Ha! But it looks like you've beaten me to it.
Tormentum.
In another life, this may not have been a parting. It may have been the start of something. You have my sympathies, especially after what Shah did to me. Perhaps you and I met the same ill fortune in who we came to serve.
No harm in clinging to optimism a little longer. If events turn against us, at least we'll know you can act. The Absolute isn't winning, one way or another.
I'll try my best. But secrecy is ingrained in me. Lady Shah considers it greater protection than any shield or armor. But I can be patient. And I think you can too. Who knows what the future will bring our way.
Selûnite magic. Gale, do away with this, will you? Not too refined here. Just quick ideas sketched out.
I know this wine. It's laced with a paralyzing decoction.
Potsy-pitted pervert!
Time for a boost.
It's gone. The whole damn crash reduced to rubble. Most would think us mad for wandering right into the middle of a goblin war clan. I suppose that goes to demonstrate just how desperate we are.
The imps killed that thing. Time to get out of here. I'll take you as I find you. Now let the matter rest.
This place seems ancient. It must predate everything on the surface. I wonder what it was like in its heyday.
Shah guide my hand.
Foolish, I know. But allow me to wallow in the fantasy just a moment. Bittersweet as it is. I have my family back. And now I can't even look them in the eye. I don't deserve to be anyone's daughter. Strange. I remember a tiefling boy. Purple hair. Reynold. Who is that?
Perhaps it wouldn't have come to that. But we'll never know now. You took the decision away from me.
This spell, it claims to divide an individual into a whole crowd.
Huh? What are you... Let me come with you. We can get off this ship and watch each other's backs along the way.
Annihilate.
Everything, potentially. There is scarcely a greater way to fully dedicate yourself to Lady Shah, save perhaps if you become the head of her church.
Thou inglorious hog!
Cunning people. Private. And very dangerous at times. Perhaps you'll meet them one day.
Sometimes I wonder if I should just let the tadpole dictate my love life. Did you want something?
Diminue!
So, you've been walking around this whole time with some sort of magic bomb in your chest. I'm not normally one to begrudge someone their secrets, but that's something I should know.
We needn't fight every time, you know. There's this wild notion called choosing your battles.
What have you done? She was to be Shah's sacrifice. Her death was to be my destiny.
Ugh. Full of poisonous gas. Like a dwarf in a brewery. Best left alone. Worse than a bloody child. Ah! My tadpole. It's just like on the ship. Better lend a hand. Necklace has a harper sigil. Why were they here?
No use. Won't budge.
A toy. It's not important.
The sacrifice lies ahead. I must find the spear before going any further.
Loth striders in combat against mind flayers. This artwork must be ancient. Although, perhaps it won't.
You've a visage fit for letter writing.
Most of the things you say still sound like you're in a 2-copper paperback, read by little girls.
Hello? Little... whatever you are. I know you're there. Come out.
They were arrogant enough to try and withstand Lady Shah's power. This was always going to be the end result.
An old resupply cache. Loth's sworn drow.
Hasn't been touched in years.
Veniat over me!
The hag liked to save herself some walking, it seems.
She's right. Lead on. What's this? A book with a twist?
I don't know what to say. You and I shared good times together, but it's been downhill from there. Perhaps we can rekindle things. Or perhaps not.
Is that Volo? It's not convenient. It's true.
You finally showed yourself. I thought you might try and avoid me.
There's no getting through.
I'll need a long soak in a bath to rid myself of the feeling of this place. Can I count on you to scrub my back?
Don't play the fool. Please. Very little. Supposedly, those monsters breed by planting their tadpoles in people's heads. And no, I haven't found a cure for our little problem yet, if that's what you were going to ask. Abandoned. Whatever god this place was built for can't be in great demand.
I would have said I admire fungi as well.
Te absolvo!
Thank you, magic.
Might as well help myself. On your feet.
I can never take for granted how someone might react when they learn I worship Lady Shah. Easier to just keep it a secret than take the risk. But you showed you had an open mind. Just an old wound that hurts every now and again. No need to make a fuss.
Tunnels beneath the open hand temple, and a dead priest's name written here.
Let me help, please.
I'm not done with you yet. My parents. Where are they?
Wait. This is a Merrigan's mask. Warriors of the Nine Hells.
Something's wrong. I feel...
Take a moment if you need it. I didn't know this would happen. Truly.
Nothing.
Nothing's wrong at all.
There's an aura of magic to that blade, Gale.
Even once all that is done, more will be asked of me, no doubt. The holy work will not be done until the Night Singer's eternal darkness is restored.
In excessus.
All for the taking.
Not fatalistic. Pragmatic. We should do everything we can to tilt the odds in our favor. That's what I wanted to talk to you about. I don't know. Maybe it's a Selûnite trick, or another way for Lady Shah to test my faith. Defying a goddess, Gale. Bold. But Mistra was never worthy of your love.
Ready. Unseen.
What's done is done. But I have an idea that might help me. If you're willing to play a part. You know what I really love about you? When you play the strong, silent type. Let's keep this short, shall we?
Which is why I'm looking for a little company.
Ira!
Hun, this looks like the Underdark.
Yes. You're someone I can deal with, I think. I felt it in your head.
I wouldn't quite say that. But no, that's not what I mean.
The Shadow Curse will soon be forgotten, thanks to us. My Lady Shah tasked me with a mission of such secrecy that I surrendered great swathes of my memory in order to safeguard the knowledge of it.
Not much use anymore.
Odd. I can't help but feel a twinge of sorrow at this grave. But why? Who is this? Karlach, that was a decidedly mixed blessing you received. My sympathies. But at least you can seek comfort now. The flames have been extinguished. A torch is no good in this place.
Stick around, and you might find out.
Gustas dulcis!
I wonder what was so subversive about their words that they commanded protection. No! I'm fine. Forget it.
You should get some rest. Things will seem better come morning. I hope.
Lapis root. Sapphire. Rare to see these so far north. There's magic in this blade. Gale will be interested in it.
Invoca te!
That thing's not going to hold together much longer.
We need everyone alive.
A nice leisurely voyage. The idea seems pleasant enough, but knowing our luck, we'd probably end up as easy targets the whole way.
Ah!
Oh, a pity. I've been missing out on beauty sleep just to wait up on you. Good night. I'm not entirely without sympathy, I should say. To fall out with someone you revered, it must be catastrophic.
Mario!
Someone else got out from this. That chest. I can feel its magic.
Lies. Just get rid of her. That's out of my hands. I think I've said all I want to on the subject. Hopefully this will all be over soon. You could fill several volumes with all that's happened to us. Perhaps the reminiscing should wait until the day is won. Or not. Isn't that how you feel all the time, Astarion? I thought you'd find it comforting.
Best to move before the blood draws more of them. But why?
A sovereign with no subjects. Glut won't be mourned.
That wolf. That elf. Who was he? Try not to lick your lips as you say that. Probably wanted to kill me and loot my corpse. Don't come any closer.
The psionic detector is acting up. There must be Gith nearby.
Ah, the Drow corpse spoke of this book. Disguised by magic, it seems.
This is no ordinary flask. I'd better get this into Gale's hands.
I think so. Yes. Perhaps I shouldn't put it to the test, but compared to everyone else, I feel fine. Better than fine.
You wouldn't have been able to take it. The artifact has a will of its own. It'd fight back if it didn't want to be with you.
But let us not forget that we also have the Orphic Hammer. We could free Orpheus, let him wield the stones. If we can trust him. I hope this is important.
You wouldn't see the likes of this on Toril.
Plenty. They can make for excellent distractions should you need to make a quick exit.
Caveat incantator!
That's gone. The Lady of Loss took those burdens from me. Now I serve. Embrace who I am or don't, it won't change a thing.